This is the plaintiff, Courtney Williams Speed. She says she brought her dog to the defendant's grooming shop called Who's Your Doggy, and the woman's technician cut her dog. In fact, there were so many cuts, some of them got infected. Her dog suffered something awful. The defendant's not being responsible, and she wants the $1,969.31 she's owed for vet bills and a new dog because she had to unfortunately get rid of her old dog. This is the defendant, Tracy Klonowski. She says the plaintiff left her shop with her dog and seemed to be delighted with the job they did. The next day, she came into the shop and was getting loud and obnoxious in front of other customers. So she refunded the grooming money and the woman left. Now she's claiming her dog has infections? Come on! She's accused of dogging a customer, but good.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff says the defendant's groomer cut her dog so badly that it led to a chain of events that ultimately led to them having to get rid of the dog. But the defendant says she's just loud and obnoxious. It's the case of Groomer. She hardly knew her.
Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Courtney Williams Speed, you are suing Tracy Klonowski, doing business as Who's Your Doggy? All right, for $1,969.31 in damages that you say you sustained as a result of negligent work on their part. Tell me what happened.
I went and got my dog groomed at Who's Your Doggy. The groomer that groomed my dog was Casper.
Was this the first time you'd been there?
Yes, the first time. I usually go to...
That's all right. And how long have you been in business?
Since September of 2006.
Okay, and this took place in when?
Second week of August 2009.
2009, okay.
Yes.
So go on.
My dog got groomed. When I brought my dog back home, the dog had a lot of nicks on him.
That's not this dog, right?
No, that's not him.
All right, okay. Well, nice to see you anyway, but you're not going to be testifying today. In any event, what kind of dog did you have?
A Shih Tzu.
Okay, how big was it?
He was small,
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long had it been that the Shih Tzu had not been groomed?
I got him in March from the ASPCA, and he was groomed from then, so this was his first time.
Okay, in August. Okay.
Yes.
All right, so go on.
Okay, I brought my dog home. My mom for the dog, she said, what happened? I said, I know. He had nicks and bruises all over him. He had a little blood. My mom said, no. She said, you bring him back the next day and you tell her what's going on. So I walked past her job, her business about every day when I go to work. So I went in there and I told her what was going on. I didn't have the dog with me because I was going to work.
Did you have pictures?
No, but without any hesitation.
Did you ever take pictures of the dog?
Yes, I did.
Okay, go on.
Without hesitation, she refunded me my $50 for the groom, no question asked, no argument. And so that was fine, but I told her that I would be back because I wanted to show her the animal. Shortly after,
What's shortly after?
A few days.
Okay.
Yeah, a few days after, that week.
Go on.
And I showed her, the cuts on the dog, and my mom was there also, and she said, it was a pretty bad job. She apologized. She was very apologetic. And then about a few weeks later, the dog started to have really bad irritations with his skin because of the cuts, and it turned into a really nasty scars all over him. So me and my mother, we went back there. We spoke to Tracy.
When was this?
Probably about the third week of August. What day
was the actual grooming?
August 8th. It was a Saturday.
Okay, so it's a couple of weeks after the grooming.
Yes, and
the dog has developed what?
Basically an infection from the scar, from the cuts and the abrasions. It just got really, really nasty.
Okay.
I have pictures to show you also.
Yeah, let me see them.
Okay.
Go on.
And she told my mom and I that if we could take the dog to a vet of her choice, her personal vet, or we could take it to a vet of our choice. We went with the vet, that we go to. And she said if it was 1% her fault, that she would refund the vet bills. I came back right before I went to school in the morning. She claimed that the shop...
So I take it the vet backed you up?
Yes, the vet gave me the letter, which I showed her, and she told me to come...
And the vet says that what I'm looking at is from nicks and cuts from a grooming?
Well, it says that it was the condition... It basically explains that I went to the groomer.
Well, let's see what it says. Let me see it.
Yeah.
Did you have a conversation with them where you told them if it's 1% my fault, I'll pay for the bill? Or
I offered, when I saw the wound on the dog, it looked to me like a hot spot, which could be from a number of things.
What could a hot spot be? What's a hot spot?
A hot spot is where a dog chews on itself from an irritation. It could be from a food allergy. It could be from flea bites. A lot of times it's from flea bites.
Did this dog have fleas?
This dog did have fleas.
Is he the person who actually groomed?
He's the groomer.
Come on up. What happened?
All right, she brought her dog in on August 8th, and we spoke about her dog was severely matted. So I told her we were gonna shave the dog down. So I did shave the dog down, and then what happened was, while I was shaving, I noticed fleas, so we called her up and said, would you like us to give her a flea bath? So we gave her a flea bath. I finished the dog, nothing was wrong with. When she picked up her dog, she paid, there was nothing wrong with the dog, and then the next day
Did you nick and cut the dog?
No, ma'am.
Did you, here's what I'm not understanding. When did you actually lay eyes on the dog?
I didn't, when she first originally came to complain that he had nicked the dog, I was not there. My assistant manager was there, so they called me on the phone. He had gone to Italy the next day for a month, so I couldn't even call him to ask him what had happened. So they were going back and forth at the store, and I wasn't there, and I said, just give her money back as a gesture of goodwill.
Right. My question was, when did you first lay eyes on the dog after August 8th?
She came, I think it was later down the road. It was like 3 months down when I saw
3
what
months?
looked, 3 weeks,
3
Your Honor.
weeks down the road.
Yeah, and it looked to me like a hot spot. That's why I wasn't convinced that was because of the grooming.
So you never saw the nicks and cuts she talked about?
No.
And the pictures you're showing me were taken in September.
There's 2 also in August.
Two pictures in August?
Yes, Tracy actually refunded me the money.
I know she refunded your money.
Yeah.
I'm looking at what looks to be like a skin condition. And my concern is that what your vet says, the owner's presenting complaint was that she had brought the dog to a groomer 1 month prior, and he subsequently broke out with a skin condition. So we're talking about a month later. Upon presentation, the patient was bright, alert, and responsive. The patient's integument on the, blah, 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 was scaling and peeling. That's what I'm seeing, a picture of scaling and peeling. A diagnosis of dermatitis was made.
Yes.
Dermatitis.
Your Honor.
Okay, so you're suggesting that the dermatitis was caused by nicks and cuts that I don't have a picture of, and that the vet doesn't say that.
He never had a problem. He had never got groomed before, except for from the ASPCA when I got him. And
okay, what ends up happening with that dog?
Yeah, the dog got really, really vicious, and we ended up having to take care of the dog. Me and my mother, and the dog ended up biting my mother, and I had to surrender him the next day to animal care and control.
All right. Casper, I'm a little bit concerned that, according to you, there's 0 nicks and cuts, and we know that she came in immediately and was on a rampage about the nicks and cuts. So what do you think?
Well, when she picked up her dog, if there was nicks and cuts, she would have noticed them right on the spot.
And what is your response to that?
I walked home 2 blocks. I didn't really get a good look at him because I just picked him up. Actually, I didn't even pick him up. He had him on a leash. I just walked him home. As soon as I got in the door, my mom looked at him. She says, "What happened?" I live 3 blocks from there.
Well, why didn't you just walk right back if, as soon as you got home, your mom said what happened?
Because the owner wasn't there. Tracy wasn't even there.
No, but why didn't you call them that day then, as opposed to several days later?
Well, I waited till Monday. It was 2 days later. But,
all right, court's in recess. I'm going to go have a chat with the vet.
All rise.
So, if it's true that the groomer created the nicks and cuts, does the plaintiff get the cost of the dog? What do you think?
I think so, because there's physical evidence that...
Physical evidence, but it's one thing to cut a dog. It's another thing to say that the dog bit somebody, got irritated, and they lost the dog. You get the cost of the dog?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, just because.
You guys are very chill in the back here.
Did she go to the doctor?
Well, that's, well, right, but the thing is, I get it, but do you get the cost of the dog?
Yeah. No.
God,
I don't know.
they're so chill today. Going inside the court.
Yeah, why are you people standing up?
Have a seat.
Cute dog. I now, in an effort, which really I don't have to do this, but since I'm such a nice judge, I sometimes, this is small claims, the rules are relaxed here, I sometimes, in an effort to help people get what they may not realize they needed, I will take a minute and, and try to take care of that for you. That vet doesn't work at that office anymore. Track down where she works. She's not working today. explained the situation, asked that she call. I don't know whether they weren't able to reach her or she has no intention of getting involved. So what you are left with are the four corners of this piece of paper. Okay? And what do the four corners of this piece of paper say? A diagnosis of generalized dermatitis was made. Not, there is a skin disease that is directly related to nicks and cuts that I am told happened at a groomer. Even that would be enough. That would absolutely be enough. But instead, it's a diagnosis of generalized dermatitis. You cannot win this case. Verdict for the defendant.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So the plaintiff, unable to prove her case, step on in here. What's going through your mind now as you come out?
I'm not very happy with, the verdict. Tracy's a liar, and, I'm sure she'll be back here with another person. It's only a matter of time, so, I tried to prove my case, They couldn't get in contact with the vet, so, it happens, but, she's a liar, so she'll be back. I'm not worried at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You just go right around the corner there. Okay, step on in here. This wasn't too much fun for you, was it?
No, it wasn't fun at all. It's from the beginning, it kind of seemed like she didn't want to take the dog to the vet. She wanted me to pay for her vet. She didn't seem like she really cared for her dog unless I committed to paying the vet bills. The dog needed to go to the vet.
When you shaved the dog down there because of all the knots and everything, and it had fleas, didn't you see any skin problems?
Before, we didn't see it because the dog was very matted, so we had to shave it first.
When you shaved it down, did you see skin problems?
No.
No,
because
you
when she
didn't?
picked up her dog, we didn't see nothing. She just picked up her dog and left.
It had fleas, but no skin problems?
Nope. It had fleas, no skin problems.
All right, Harvey, what do you think?
Expert testimony in these cases is not only advisable, it is necessary. You cannot win a case like this without it. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.